Some warriors are remembered for their victories, others for their defeats, but a rare few are remembered for both, for the scars they carry as much as the triumphs they won. Mike Tyson is one of those warriors. He wasn't just feared in the ring. He was respected outside it for his honesty. He never pretended to be perfect. Instead, he shared his pain, his mistakes, and his lessons with a rawness few champions ever reveal. That's why his words carry the weight of truth. Today, we continue our journey into Tyson's philosophy. Not just the fists of Iron Mike, but the mind of a man who fought battles in the ring, and far more dangerous ones outside of it. We'll explore 3 more of his most powerful quotes, lessons on trust, belief, and endurance that echo across history, shaping the path of warriors then and now. Let's begin. Quote 1. Everyone you fight is not your enemy, and everyone who helps you is not your friend. These words cut deeper than a knockout punch. Tyson knew betrayal. He knew what it meant to be surrounded by people who wanted a piece of him, not for love, not for loyalty, but for what he could give them. At the height of his fame, Tyson's circle was filled with people who claimed to help him. Promoters, so-called friends, business associates. Yet many exploited him, used him, and left him broken. On the other hand, some men he fought, literal opponents in the ring, respected him more than those who claimed to be his allies. This quote is a lesson in discernment. Not everyone who stands against you is an enemy, and not everyone who stands beside you is a friend. History is filled with such stories. Think of Julius Caesar, betrayed not by a foreign enemy but by his closest ally, Brutus. Or look at Alexander the Great, who faced rebellions not only from enemies but from men who once swore loyalty to him. The greatest wounds often come not from strangers but from those you trust. Now let's bring it modern. How many entrepreneurs, athletes, or celebrities have been destroyed by the people around them, accountants, advisors, even family, who use their trust to exploit them? Tyson's wisdom here is timeless. You must sharpen your perception. The warrior doesn't just train his body, he trains his instincts to see who truly stands for him. Here are 3 lessons for us. Don't confuse opposition with enmity. Sometimes the one who challenges you is the one who sharpens you. Test loyalty, don't assume it. True friends reveal themselves in storms, not sunshine. Protect your circle. Who you allow in determines whether you rise or fall. Tyson's pain became his wisdom. He teaches us that trust is sacred, and once lost, it can destroy kingdoms, careers, and lives. Quote 2. In order to be the champ, you have to believe you are the best. If you're not, pretend you are. This is Tyson's philosophy of belief and the warrior's art of confidence. Step into Tyson's shoes for a moment. A 20-year-old kid, youngest heavyweight champion in history, walking into arenas where grown men twice his age wanted to rip his head off. How does a young man survive that pressure? The answer: belief. But Tyson's twist is revealing. If you're not, pretend you are. This is the warrior's mask. Confidence is not always natural. Sometimes it must be performed until it becomes real. In ancient Rome, gladiators entered the Colosseum facing death. Many weren't fearless, but they projected fearlessness. The mask of courage was often enough to intimidate opponents, shift the balance, and give them an edge. In modern sports, think of Muhammad Ali. He wasn't always the best at the start, but he said he was. Over and over, "I am the greatest." His words created his reality until belief and performance became one. Tyson understood the same principle. This isn't about arrogance, it's about survival. Belief is a weapon. If you don't carry it, you've already lost. Now, 3 warrior takeaways from this truth. Project strength, even when you feel weak. Confidence intimidates opposition. Belief is built, not given. Start by pretending. Eventually, your actions make it real. Identity precedes achievement. If you don't see yourself as a champion, you'll never become one. This lesson goes beyond boxing. Whether you're building a business, starting a family, or chasing a dream, belief must come before success. Tyson's words remind us, wear the mask of confidence until it fuses with your soul. If you're finding power in Tyson's warrior wisdom, make sure to like this video, share it with a fellow fighter in life, and subscribe to Conrad Warriors. More legends are coming, and each one carries a weapon for your own battle. Now let's continue. Quote 3. As long as we persevere and endure, we can get anything we want. This is Tyson the Redeemer speaking, the man who fell, who lost everything, who was mocked and dismissed, yet found a way to rise again. Endurance is the warrior's final weapon. Speed fades, strength fades, even glory fades. But endurance, the ability to suffer, to keep going, to survive, that is eternal. Think of Tyson after prison, after defeats, after being written off. He kept walking forward. He reinvented himself, found peace in family, and even returned to the ring at over 50 years old. He showed the world that endurance conquers time itself. History teaches the same. Hannibal Barca marched elephants over the Alps to strike Rome. His army endured impossible conditions, yet their endurance became legend. Or look at Nelson Mandela, who endured 27 years in prison, yet emerged to lead a nation with forgiveness instead of revenge. Endurance transforms not only individuals but history itself. Modern parallels are everywhere. The single mother working 3 jobs to feed her children, the soldier who keeps marching on blistered feet, the cancer survivor who refuses to quit. These are all warriors of endurance. Here are 5 practical lessons from Tyson's words. Endurance beats talent. Many with talent fall because they can't suffer long enough. Suffering shapes character. Every hardship strengthens your armor, redefines success. It's not about winning instantly, but surviving long enough to rise. Stay patient. Endurance requires trust that tomorrow will reward today's suffering. Never stop moving. Even small steps keep you in the fight. Tyson's reminder is this: we don't always need to be the strongest. We need to be the last one standing. Mike Tyson's journey is proof that warriors are not born perfect. They are born in fire, tested by betrayal, doubt, fear, and suffering. His 3 lessons echo across the ages. Trust carefully, for not every friend is true. Believe fiercely, even if you must pretend at first. Endure endlessly, for perseverance is greater than talent. These are not the polished words of a philosopher in comfort. They are the blood-soaked truths of a fighter who lived both triumph and tragedy. And they remind us, you are not defined by your victories alone, but by your scars, your endurance, and your ability to keep fighting when the world counts you out. Now let's close with this. If life betrays you, if doubt consumes you, if suffering wears you down, remember Tyson's wisdom. Protect your circle. Believe in your destiny. Endure until the storm passes. That is the way of the warrior. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. More warriors await.